Good morning, Inspiration. This is day 19. Today's Bible reading is Revelation 12, verse 7 to 12. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Then I heard a loud voice in heaven say, "Now have come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brothers, who accuses them before our God day and night, has been hurled down. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has gone down to you. He is filled with fury, because he knows that his time is short." When coronavirus first started to hit home and people started to panic buy, the reality of impending multiple deaths in our country began to register, and our lives were swiftly shaken and turned upside down. I found myself reading this passage, and it spoke to me in several ways. First, to say, to me, this passage is not about this current time we're living in. That is yet to come. It does, however, come in the midst of a time of many trials on the earth. So what we can learn from it now has relevance for us. In short, Satan and his demons lose their place in heaven. How did they lose it? Because the followers of Christ overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death. What was Satan doing in heaven? He was the accuser of our brothers, accusing them before our God day and night. So there will come a time when, as followers of Christ, we have come to such a maturity that it unseats Satan's place in heaven. It is at that point that a loud voice declares, "Now have come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ." At that point, we're really going to see some amazing things in the kingdom of God, despite the devil being cast to the earth, filled with fury, and as verse 17 says, he went off to make war against those who obey God's commandments and hold to the testimony of Jesus. To me, this coronavirus is a trial on the earth, but the God who works all things together for good, for those who love him and accord according to his purpose, is right in the middle of it, using it for his church. It's like a wake-up call for us. How is it affecting you? Are you more conscious of your sin? Are you more aware of where your faith or closeness to God is lacking? Are you wrestling with fear or worry or insecurity? Then it's time to get real with God and overcome them by the blood of the Lamb. Are you feeling your inhibitions holding you back from speaking out about Christ? Is your lamp not on its stand? Start overcoming this and exercise the voice of your testimony. Do you not like the change that's come? The change to church, the change to your work, your home, your family, your routine, your country. If we cannot let these things go, cannot surrender our lives in these small things, being confident in God, trusting the author and perfecter who knows the life he has for us, then we'll never overcome to love our lives so much as to shrink from death. Think of this season as the beginning of a journey to making you a full overcomer. If we're faithful in our responses now, in the relatively little things, we'll be faithful in the much to come. More than that, we will take our place and stand for the kingdom of God to be seen in the midst of a world in turmoil. Where is the church today? It's not hidden. It's looking to take a stand against coronavirus, to stand for our communities, to intercede for people, to fast for breakthrough. We know our call, and our authority is to see the kingdom come. And we're going to get better and better at it as we increasingly know the salvation, the power, and the authority of Christ that we carry. In God's hands, what we call the Great Tribulation is not the great absence of God. For the earth, it may be tribulation. But for his church, the bride, it is an incredible gift God will use to refine and make us without spot and wrinkle, a bride that Jesus will want to return for.